No mai haere mai. Welcome to 3 News. There have been significant developments today in understanding the background to Sunday evening's terrorist attack at Bondi Beach. Police are investigating the gunman's overseas travel last month and now their links to a notorious Sydney cleric. While the death toll remains at 16, including one of the shooters, new details have also emerged about a father who was shot dead shortly after throwing bricks to try to stop the terrorists. Our senior reporter Lisette Raymer is with us now live from Bondi Beach. Lisette, what's the mood like there on the beach today?
Well, Sam, Bondi Beach has reopened to the public, but as you can see, it is a long way from the nation it typically would be at the year. A significant police cordon is still in place protecting the crime scene, but it is expected that that will be lifted tomorrow afternoon. For now, though, it is a focal point for a community who can come and lay flowers to remember and have been lost.
Every petal is a precious symbol of kindness. Every flower has been selected with love.
I think pink is like a moment of happiness, and we really do need it right now.
These bouquets have been laid in hope that there are brighter days ahead.
I hear a lot of people talk about Bondi will never be the same again. That just breaks my heart.
A significant cordon is still in place at Bondi Beach following Sunday's massacre. Some areas strewn with belongings that were left behind in the chaos, frozen in time and fear.
I have a colleague at work today who's sitting by her son's side in the intensive care. He was shot.
Colleagues of those shot still processing the shock, but also colleagues of those who pulled the trigger.
Made you feel a bit sick, like spent so much time with someone, like for them to be a monster like that.
Lockie says 24-year-old Naveed Akram left his job as a bricklayer about a month ago.
Said that he'd injured his hand and was going to come back next year. And yeah, one of the last things that he said to one of the boys was he wanted to be remembered. So I think it's a pretty horrible thing to be remembered about.
We now know that Naveed and his father, 50-year-old Sajid Akram, spent that month in the Philippines, a well-known breeding ground for Islamic militancy, known for extremist training camps. While Australia's Prime Minister today confirmed the 2 gunmen were motivated by Islamic ideology and carried out a calculated and cold-blooded attack, Islamic leaders ruled they will not perform funeral rites for Sajid Akram because he doesn't reflect Islam.
We will not allow this country to be divided. That is what the terrorists seek.
The floral tributes are not the only symbol of unity on display. Australians are lining up in their thousands to give blood.
It'll probably make me tear up to talk about it, but we had people, yeah.
It's a lot. And that's the spirit of Australia, I guess, on full display at the moment.
It is. People are being generous with their time.
The emergency response depleted the state's blood supplies, and locals have answered the call. 50,000 appointments booked. Donations at this central city centre are up 300%.
I tried to donate yesterday and the queue was, all the way around the block and, it was just great to see so many people coming out to do their small bit and what they can with the community coming together during these really difficult times.
Today, some good news amid the heartache. One of the victims has been discharged from hospital, taking the number still in care to 25, some of them children.
Ahmed Al-Ahmed, the hero who tackled the older gunman, is among those in recovery, described as riddled in gunshots.
Very strong.
He was today visited by Anthony Albanese, who passed on the well wishes of the masses. An online fundraiser has raised around $2 million for the fruit store owner, who has been overwhelmed by the support. Originally from Syria, Ahmed's mother and father have only just joined him in Australia, saying today that he has always been brave.
لما شاف الناس بالأرض ملقحة والدم والدماء والبشر مباشرة ضميره ووجدانه دفعوا أنه ينقض على.
More details are emerging of the 15 innocent lives that couldn't be saved. An 87-year-old Holocaust survivor, 82-year-old Maria Pogany, a community volunteer, celebrated for delivering 12,000 kosher meals on wheels since the late 90s. A 27-year-old French engineer on holiday exploring the world. And Peter Meyer, a retired police detective. Pope Leo today praying for all of the lives that have been scarred by this attack.
Basta con queste forme di violenza.
Enough of these forms of anti-Semitic violence, he said. We must eliminate hatred from our hearts. This tragedy is the deadliest shooting in Australia in decades, but it has also sparked unprecedented solidarity in a community where the flowers so clearly outnumber the thorns.
Lisette, a few audio problems there with you earlier. Hopefully we have a stronger connection now. There's further evidence today, Lisette, of a link to ISIS. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, that's right, Sam. Video has emerged late this afternoon that appears to show the gunmen arriving at the beach to carry out their attack. And at that point, it appears that they are intercepted by two passerbys who are trying to stop them. Unfortunately, they are not stopped, and as we know, they have gone on to carry out this awful attack. But crucially, this video shows the homemade ISIS flags in the windscreen of their car that police have been referencing today as part of their ongoing investigation. Police have also revealed a link between one of the gunmen and a notorious Sydney cleric, a man who has an influence that has loomed over generations of Australian jihadists. There are so many terrifying stories emerging out of this tragedy, Sam, but there are also a number of acts of heroism that continue to emerge. Another of those today, the latest, 62-year-old Reuven Morrison. A video of him has emerged. He's throwing bricks at the gunman during the attack. Unfortunately, he was hit himself by gunfire and he has died from those injuries. But his daughter today paid tribute to her father, a much-loved father. She said if he had to leave this earth, this is exactly how she would have expected him to go, protecting the people he loved the most.
Heartbreaking. Lisette, thank you for that update. Lisette Raymer there live from Bondi Beach.